Hey everyone, it's Sabrina. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch my video. So today I'm going to be working on Project Life for 2023, and I will use the Enjoy Story Kit to put both of these Project Life spreads together. This first one that I'm working on is the last day of school and then going out to ice cream. I always tend to not get a lot of photos of the last day of school, but on this day I did. Maybe because it was the last day of my son being at the school, because it goes up to 8th grade. I was just more diligent about getting photos, so I got a picture of both of my kids with their teachers. And I really liked this journaling card, but obviously I have a 3x4 vertical pocket page, so I figured, you know what, let's just cut it out. Let's cut it out and see what I can do. So I cut out the 1 and I cut out the 2, and then I'm thinking, well, maybe I could use those as journaling spots for each of my kids and talk about their school experience. And you can see over on the right hand side I picked 2 photos, and I had the yellow Enjoy story card because I thought I was going to do like a complementary color scheme between the 2 pages, but in the end I'm going to wind up doing something totally different for the right hand side, just to make it different and its own page. So you can see here I'm still playing with the idea of making the right hand side complementary. So I took this pattern paper and I cut out a circle, and then I placed it over on the right hand side, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I didn't feel like it really fit with the page. I don't know. I didn't like it. I feel like it took away more than anything from the left-hand side. Like it works, the 1 and the 2 work really awesome. Work really awesome for the teacher photos, but it wasn't working. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to pull the colors from the photos, which is greens and blues, and just go with that. So that's what I am going to do. And then all the pages start to come together really well after that, because each of the pages has its own color scheme. I saw a blue journaling card in the kit, but I really didn't have like a lot to journal about going to ice cream after school got out. So I figured, why don't I just make a filler card with a couple different pieces? So I punched a 2-inch circle, and I also have one of those clear acetate pieces that says this story, and then I can do some stamping using the story kit stamp. So it's going to come together really well. As you can see, I'm just kind of bouncing between both pages. So I put the 2-inch circle towards the left-hand side and then stapled on the clear acetate piece. Then I will add in some stamped phrases, and I think the card turned out really cute. I did enjoying my people right below the banner, and then on the actual blue circle I put little things I'm enjoying, and the kit also has some blue stickers, so I put one of those on top of the blue circle. So it's all coming together really nicely, and again, like I said, I'm so glad I figured this out, because for a little bit there I was like, this page is not working. I'm like, is it going to come together? It was one of those pages. You're like, I have an idea, I want to scrapbook this, but it is not cooperating. Thankfully, it started to cooperate, and I was able to pull it together, and blue and green is definitely one of my go-to color schemes. And again, that's one of the great things about having like an entire scrapbook kit, is that you can pull multiple color schemes from it. So this is the same kit, but 2 different color schemes, and I love it. And then in May, for this Project Life album, I used all the colors from this kit to make a Project Life spread. So I really am, that's just what I love about scrapbook kits, is being able to pull multiple color schemes for multiple projects. And I think I've almost crushed this story kit, because the next project is like project number 5 with this story kit. I found the Enjoy story kit really easy to use. I'd love to know your thoughts, but it was so easy to use, which is what I really like when you like have a project idea right away. you find the photos really quickly, and then you're able to use up the kit quickly. So for the number one, I talked about my daughter. She was in 4th grade and she got to have the same teacher as her brother, which was really cool to, have that. And then, of course, the teacher and I get to chat throughout the year about how the kids are different. And I talked about a big thing that my daughter did, which was having a speaking part in the play and also going on an overnight field trip. It was the first big field trip in a couple years. And then I talked about what book she loves to read and what her favorite subjects were. Now for my son, I talked about how this was his 2nd year having this teacher as his homeroom teacher, and I loved how this particular teacher was like no nonsense and kind of not gruff, but gruff in a way that my son was like, she means business, and he never tried to like backtalk her, because that's pretty expected at this point with middle schoolers, is just that little bit of sass, but he never really tried it with her. And so I could tell like he really respected her, and whenever he goes back to the school, he makes a point of going to say hi to her. So I'm so glad I got a picture of him with her. And then I just talked about the different things that my son likes to do, which of course is PE and hanging out with friends, and how he loves being just a social butterfly at school, and he is looking forward to going to high school, just not all the homework, right? Pretty typical, huh? Okay, so over on the right-hand side, again, not a lot to journal about ice cream, but I really wanted to do something special for the kids because, like I said, it was a big day. My son leaving this school and my daughter going into 5th grade, which is her last year of elementary. So we had some ice cream, and I got some really awesome photos of the kids, and I'm always thankful for that. And we all enjoyed our ice cream to kick off the summer. So those pages are all wrapped up, and then I can move on to the next spread, which is going to be all about enjoying my people based off of a chipboard. Okay, so again, this is an Enjoy Story Kit project. When I'm looking through my photos for a month, I tried to see what stories I can pull. That's kind of my go-to. And I've talked about that before, but I want to challenge myself to think outside the box and pull stories from my photos and not necessarily stick with weekly or monthly spreads. So I saw all these photos with different people throughout the month of June and decided to make an entire spread about enjoying my people, because there is a chipboard that says that. So I have a page protector that has a 4x6 on top and then a 2x2, like 6 of them on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now, this pen and I are still not getting along. I don't remember what it's called, but it drives me crazy. The pen just starts and stops and starts and stops, and I heard that a trick would be to warm it up, between your hands, but it's not working. So anyways, I'm just a little embarrassed at how bad this card turned out, but whatever. I can't fix it. I'm not going to tear it up, so let's just keep moving forward. So the first little enjoy I put was Grandma and Papa coming to visit, my best friend coming to see the graduation and celebrating my birthday, going to the community pool with, friends, and then as a family, and then my daughter gets to go for camp. And then the fourth one I said was just enjoying more time together, and that's like evening family time, which is where that silly photo is with me and a pillow and my glasses. My son's idea. He's hilarious. And then the last little story I said is definitely enjoying all of our people during the summer is definitely one of the best parts of summer. I wanted to write more, but I was so sick of this pen. I just was like, I'm not going to try to write anymore. It was bugging me. So I wrapped up this spread very quickly and simply just kept it very simple. Gonna staple this, as you saw, was cut from a large paper, and that made it come together super quick. Again, I really am enjoying simplicity and just trying to get pages done. Okay, so here it is, and once I have it in the album, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my desk and show you a little walkthrough of June. Okay, so the process is done, and I kind of wanted to bring it back to the album and share with you where I am at for June. I have this opening page, of course the graduation, and then these are the pages you just saw. I did not intend to use the Enjoy kit back to back, but that's just the way it worked out. I loved cutting these out, and I love how this one was able to float. I wish this one could float, but that's okay. So getting out of school, ice cream, and then just like a page where I collected all the photos from June of enjoying different people in our life. And then I'll show you again where I'm at. So after this comes a parade. I wanted to talk about the first day of summer, so I have a little insert plus Father's Day. My son with some friends, and then we went to the caves. And after that is going to be another hike. Again, I love to recycle paper, so that's that. And then I have this page done already and this one done already. So that is my June pages that I have. And then going back to the beginning, this is kind of the sticky note where I wrote everything out. I'm trying to condense things and not make too many pages, but we shall see. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing these pages come together, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, bye.